every single day. I'm gonna make something great.
Yo, what's up guys? So, if you guys are new here, I'm Carson Barker, and in the summer I went on a really long trip to Alberta. I mean, drove there. It was a really fun trip. I uploaded a little bit, and I also wrote in this journal. And today I'm going to be reading to you guys from my journal, and along the way I might tell you guys a bit about my trip. Okay, so I'm gonna start by reading like the day one of my trip. So on June 15th, I woke up and said hello to everybody, ate breakfast. Then I went outside to play around for a little bit. Then later on in the day, my parents started to put the bike rack on the roof of my mom's car. Then I got bored after a while, so I grabbed my scooter and a box, like a cardboard box, to jump over off my ramp. And I hit my ramp and jumped the box first try, so I went and got a bigger box to jump. Went to go jump it, and I hit the box, I fell, and I snapped my black MV1 bars in half. And then I put the boxes away, the ramps away, and then later that day, some more of my family came over. In day two, so this is like at my house and getting ready for the trip. So day two, once again I woke up, said hello to everybody, ate breakfast, then I got dressed, hopped in the car to go down to London to pick up my new scooter bars, which are my MV Reaper V3 bars that are signed by Raymond Warner, and they're oil slick. I'll put a picture right there. And then I got the bars, and I drove and ate lunch, then went to the skate park to test them. They worked great. When I got home, I ate supper, watched YouTube, and then went to bed. And then day three, I woke up in the morning excited for the trip. I ate breakfast, got dressed, and started to pack the last of my things up. So this is Sunday, June 16th when we left. Where was I? After that, I rode my scooter for the first time and said bye to my cat. Then hopped in the car and drove away. Okay, so then we went to the Big Nickel. That was our first stop, and we arrived at the Big Nickel, and it was huge. Like, it was giant. I'll put a picture right there. We also saw the 3 millionth tree that was planted. Then we drove to our motel. My dad, brother, and I fished at the motel for a bit and didn't catch anything, but I drew a picture of a fish in a fishing pool. So far we've started our trip. This is just a bit of doodling. And day four on our trip to Alberta. I woke up 1 hour late for breakfast at 8 o'clock. I woke up at 9 a.m., got dressed, put my sandals on, and went to breakfast. I got lemonade, French toast, and ham. When I was done eating, we went out to Lake Erie, which is right out the door. Me and my brother played in the freezing cold water for a bit, then walked back to our motel to brush our teeth. After brushing my teeth, we packed the car up and got on the road. Then we went fishing at the Sault Ste. Marie, and we did not catch anything again, so we haven't caught anything. And when we were done fishing, we played on a cool jungle gym thing. It was like just chilling there, so we played on that for a bit. And you can see Michigan across the water. And we also watched the boats go by, and then we hopped back in the car, got food and gas, and continued our trip to Alberta. And so far I'm starting to really miss scootering. Haven't scootered in like a day because I started scootering a lot. And then we stopped at a waterfall. It was super cool. And then we walked to the top of the waterfall, which is super cool. The water fall is the halfway point from St. John's in Newfoundland in British Columbia. Then we went to a beach to play. I found a ginormous log and I stood on it, and my brother pushed me out in the water, and then a giant crayfish came up, and then a baby one fell into the water, and then I started running on the log so it would spin, and then I fell into the water. It turns out my phone was still in my pocket, but luckily I didn't fall this into the water. I just fell and landed on my feet. Then we went to the Big Goose, and it's this big giant goose bird thing. I drew a picture, but it looks nothing like that. It's like a giant Canada goose. Okay, so we went to Wawa. It's an interesting name. After Lake Superior, we went to the giant goose, and it was huge. We also seen some other cool things, like a plain, almost 33-pound salmon. It was giant. I drew a picture too. I did take pictures, but I'm not going to show you guys a lot of pictures because I don't think I still have them on my phone. I put them on a hard drive. Then we saw a moose. It was pretty cool. It was quite big and tall. We saw it crossing the road, and then we found more waterfalls, and another one was straight down and super tall. And then on day 5, we woke up, got dressed, ate Fruit Loops for breakfast. Our hotel we stayed in was an old courthouse. So this one was actually quite cool. It was a big, giant hotel, and it was an old courthouse. It was really nice. The beds were nice and comfortable. The rooms were big. The bathrooms were really cool and nice. Then we went on a fishing trip. So we went out into the lake, and we caught 3 lake trout, 1 salmon, and we just kept losing other fish. It was really cool. They're big fish. And the next day, on day 6, we stayed in a hotel. We took a day off from driving every day. I got some carpet skates and carpet skated down the street, or down the hallway, not the street. We went to Medicine Hat and stuff in Alberta. So we went to a lot of different places. So we went to Saskatchewan, Alberta, all the places in between. And the first place in Alberta that we went to was Medicine Hat. And then on day 8, we woke up, ate breakfast, packed again for the other drive to Calgary. So instead of Medicine Hat, we went to Calgary. We're going to stay for probably about a week. And our car broke down 77 kilometers east of Calgary, and on the Trans-Canada Highway, where we're driving pretty much the whole drive. So basically the car's wheel, when we took it to the shop, the car's wheel fell off, and the back window got smashed and stuff. But while we were in Calgary, the Calgary Stampede was going to go on, but we left before that happened. And so basically, I didn't really write too much more. We played Fortnite, we went to water parks that was in our hotel and stuff, scootered. And so far at the point where we're in Calgary, we went to Winnipeg, Saskatchewan, Medicine Hat, so Alberta and stuff, Calgary, and then after that we went to Edmonton and Hope, BC, so British Columbia. We also went to Lethbridge, Golden, BC, and Sherwood Park. And then I stopped writing because I didn't really want to write every single day, and I also kind of forgot, but that's basically the beginning of my trip. The rest of the trip, I always had my eyes open for sports cars. We've seen a couple Lamborghinis, 2 McLarens, and yeah. And then we basically just had fun, scootered. We rode those electric scooters and did a bunch of fun stuff. So that's basically my trip to Alberta. I also drew a picture of the big nickel in Sudbury. And that was what I wrote in my journal for our trip to Alberta. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. You're purring so loud, sweetie. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know I said that I was going to try to upload like every day or every other day, but just didn't work out. So let's try to upload when I can, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace. Okay, so I forgot to mention, if you guys do want to see some of the pictures from the trip, go to my Instagram. I'll be on the screen right there. I posted some pictures of the big goose, big nickel, and a bunch of other things we did, like some sports cars. And I also forgot to mention, I got this in Drumheller, because we went to Drumheller. We've seen some giant dinosaurs and stuff, and I got a cool turtle necklace. I wear it like every day. But anyways, go check out my Instagram, and I guess now it's the actual end of the video.